Wait till I want me to understand Ambazonians na say there is a difference between fight to liberate a people and agitation. Ayabacho, the misuse soldier them for ground where they fight for independence for your own personal benefit. As soon as we know we go for Canada, it goes spoil negotiation because you want me like Republic, they can talk for you back. Such attack for create fear, instability for our people them without any way to liberate them through such actions has only one intended motivation: to ask the Cameroon government to come and ask him to stop what he's doing. He's not fighting for liberation. He's fighting to get his own money. Some people are in this struggle for money. It's very sad. It's very bad news for me to tell them that there is no money to be made. You can only contribute money here. Whatever Ayabacho think he will made out of all these things, God alone know. We have worked so hard. So I will tell now wait till it actually happen. When I go find, I go play the audio for Kunyam Titus. Me gonna hear. Make I put the Ayabacho a picture. Me gonna know the impact for this murderer, this killer. We did one for ground zero. When I listen for Kunyam Titus, I don't give una the background information about who Kunyam Titus be, the place where he be now. When I hear from me, and I go inform una, because sometimes you hear it with the enemy they talk, and I'm editing for remove any anti-Ambazonian rhetoric and hate speech day, so that una fit just hear exactly the information part of his speech. When I listen.
We don't always know, say, Nkambe, it be safe from Ambazonians, but for this 2024 alone, we don't get 2 deadly attacks inside Nkambe. This one now a direct result of the company commander from Nkambe.
So, wait to where the Kunyam Titus they talk. Now say, this attack where the Rankan burn the people that bike. No be say he care about the people that bike. Because we know say that people that did the fuel war. Time where the Kunyam Titus they be the talk me the Cameroon government attack any man where he get any opinion where be contrary to the government. Attack anybody, even make up cases so that the Cameroon government will have projects to kill people and give them credit and pay them. So they don't care about our population. We have heard them call for collective punishment, the banning of bikes, all those type of things. So it's not somebody that cares about our livelihood. They just want the war to be intensified and our population to be harassed. So listen, you understand the dynamic of what is actually happening.
That man now picking for Boyo. And
let me rewind it a little bit.
Direct result of the company commander from Nkambe. That man now picking for Boyo. And since he arrived on Nkambe, he don't disarm all the vigilante groups the way they be there from Nkambe, where they do a fantastic work. They will collaborate with the authorities, them, with the gendarmes, with the army for keep Nkambe safe.
So the two way they talk say the Cameroon company commander from Nkambe, he done disarm the vigilante group the way he be there from Nkambe, where Ngala Gerard be put there from Nkambe. He done disarm them, he done stop the activity. Because those vigilante people them, they no be the target na Ambazonian people them, they no be the go attack our camps them. Like Moja. Wait till they do now, they do atalaku. Because they know say na money, then they have for harvest money. They go even attack innocent people them. People the way they get problem. Look people that face for social media. People the way they make comment for YouTube, for Facebook page. Identify them, attack them. They were just causing chaos, even misleading the Cameroon, their own army, for burn villages, inciting violence, hate speech, and war. That has been the project of the Cameroon Vigilante, a project that was run by Atanganji Paul and managed by his right-hand man, Kunyam Titus. That was their main job. So the Cameroon military way come from Nkambe, they ran disbanded Vigilante, they ran stop up, cancel their project. The population of Nkambe, they ran start get freedom of expression for express way to way they for their belly, for go about their business. So wait to way we for do. Wait to way I don't do for this type of situation. And they always come back for this community and ask their youth to come together, to join and form and train them to form their own defense group, self-defense group, to be the vanguard in Nkambe. But what Ayabacho will do is go and attack people who are now turning towards Ambazonia. This is not propaganda. You can hear this is from the horse's own mouth. This is the enemy. You can hear from the enemy. You know what is actually going, because no, there is no way he will try to help us. So listen to Kunyam Titus again, and you know what is going on, and you know some of the motives that drives people to do the things that are happening in Ground Zero. Listen.
The way they from Nkambe, where they do a fantastic work. They will collaborate with the authorities, then with the gendarmes, with the army, for keep Nkambe safe. But since this new company commander, it come from Nkambe, they don't do your best for destroy the collaborative work with the civilians, the them, with the authorities, them. And the result is, now the Ambazonians knows that the vigilante group that they on the run. And the vigilante groups they be dismantled by the company commander himself. They go after this poor kingdom, arrest them, harass them.
So when I hear which way it already happened, even I don't listen the boy where they call this stupid boy, illiterate and thief, this evil guy, genocider, where they call Clovis, when I go hear you to the cry, because then be a little bit distance from the Cameroon army. They need to see help them. They don't begin to turn against the Cameroon army. These are just the reality of what is happening on the ground. The Cameroon army, they arrest the vigilante where those Cameroon government where they be put them in place. Then they work arrest now those boys now. Because those boys are setting up innocent people, pointing the house of people to be killed by the Cameroon military for money purposes. So now the Kunyam Titus in the tell and say those criminal vigilantes that they run. The Cameroon military, our people they now they get more freedom for express themselves as Ambazonian. So it is a big opportunity for us as Ambazonian activists, leaders, frontliners, to come into Nkambe and tell the people now, you have more freedom and more space. How can we take advantage to mobilize ourselves? Instead, the short man in Norway, the wicked man Ayabachu, the murderer of people in Gozang, with his mumu Lucas Asu, they instigate boys to go to Nkambe and nab this convoy that was transporting passengers, burn their bike and kidnap 3. For what purpose? Let's continue to listen to Kunyam Titus.
They do the work for the Ambazonians. Now, the Ambazonians they get the boldness for command right from Latin for Bui division, enter from Nkambe, who can commit these kind of atrocities, them like the 12 bikes that they burned them yesterday, kidnap teachers them, and all of that nonsense now because say this company commander, the new guy where they bring it inside Nkambe, he don't come can't do the work for Amba inside Nkambe. And when they see the results from themselves. Now Amba they enter inside Nkambe. Who's how they not be fit enter even for 2018. Even for 2019, at the peak of Amba, they not do this kind of nonsense. But today, for 2024, they do them. When I get to ask myself why. Now, because the people, the way they put them for defend the Nkambe people from Amba, now them they instead do the work for Ambazonians, and something has to be done. So we call on the authorities then.
So that is what Kunyam Titus, that is what people at Tanganjipo, they are losing power. And what do they want? They want incidents like this that goes on international news, that our people are being targeted, and then they will go with it to Pobia and tell Pobia that, look, the people, you think that these people are trying to have the interest of their people. These are crazy people who are just killing people. They are not different from you, Mr. Pobia. It's better you bring people like them also there so that they will be killing people. And the population themselves will look at it and say, okay, instead of us to go and invite Ambazonians youth to Ambazonians ideology to come to our village, now the Ambazonians are instead coming to attack teachers, attack people inappropriately, with inappropriate use of force. They are doing this type of things to us. Where do we go? They are now running towards the Cameroon military because now there is a clear choice. So everything that have passed is water that have passed under the bridge. For the people who live on a day-to-day basis, it is a matter of survival. And where would they go? What is the effect of this attack of burning this bike? Number one thing, it will help the radicals in the regime, like the Kunyam Titus and Tanganjipo, to go and tell Pobia that the people you have put in Nkambe are not good people. But these are people who are actually protecting the interests of the public, because the public in Nkambe, they want freedom, they want Ambazonia. So definitely they will pivot towards that when they have freedom to express themselves. So when Ayabacho do things like this, who does it help? He helps the Kunyam Titus to make a case. He helped Atanganjipor to make a case. They should bring illiterates, because when the Cameroon bring educated people, they cannot kill people anyhow. They will bring illiterate people to kill people, and the cycle of violence will continue. And who are the people dying at the end? It is our civilian and the soldiers. At the end of the day, they want to maintain the status quo with a cycle of violence that benefit the hardliners and the hardcore, the hardliners of the regime and the hardcores of Ambazonia. And that is what they have been doing. And that is the reason why Ayabacho will continue to instigate boys to go and carry out ridiculous attacks that has no additional value to the cause for Ambazonian freedom. So fellow Ambazonians, that's what is happening, and you should know it. We of the Ambazonian People's Right Advocative Platform, we have seen all these things and we have evolved within the struggle for our freedom. The fight of all West Cameroonians, the fight of all Southern Cameroonians and Anglophone, our wish to become an independent homeland and a free homeland. We know that the forces that we fight in Cameroon are strong, but they cannot defeat us. We are stronger than them. We also know our limitation in terms of military force. And we know that the radicals in our side will never allow peace to come in any way. It's due to such activities that Ayabacho is carrying out that we have bring an alternative solution, which is the devolution of power, to grant our own people the authority and power to govern themselves.